Alright, welcome to today's video, guys. This is just a very quick update about my my progress with quitting smoking. If you aren't following the story, I quit smoking on Tuesday, somewhere around, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's Sunday now. So I'm on my 5th day, pretty much on the dot, because it's 3:30 in the afternoon right now. So I'm 5 days without smoking a cigarette. And while it's been very tough, especially the first few days, I don't know if you guys can hear, but kind of I have a little bit of a dryness in my voice right now, kind of like trying to hold back a cough. Basically my body's been cleaning itself out, and I've had some coughing fits here and there, and you know, the tar is coming out of my lungs and everything over the last few days, but I've actually noticed some improvements as far as health goes. But anyway, this right here is one of the products that I'm using to help me quit, because the thing is, my girlfriend is still a smoker and she has no intentions of quitting anytime soon. So one of the hardest parts of my day is when she lights up a cigarette and I can smell it, because I still like the smell, you know, of smoking and cigarettes and stuff. Moving the camera a little bit because it's still hot in here. So I need something to deal with those moments, you know, of just when my cravings are really bad and I really want to light a cigarette. And this right here, I've done a video before on a product pretty much just like this. In fact, it's pretty much the same thing. It used to be called the harmless cigarettes, but the difference in that and this, they're made by the same company, but these are, like for example, this right here, it's Quick Go is what they call their little branch here of products. Quick Go soft tip inhalers. And all it is a fake cigarette. You know, it's got a hard plastic tip right here. This is all hard plastic through here. However, this right here, the filter this time, the filter is soft. So when you have a craving and you just need to, you know, take a few hits, and I like to do this while my girlfriend is smoking, because it, you know, with the smell of her smoking and breathing in a little bit of that smoke and everything and almost tasting it, this right here satisfies my craving more than you can imagine without actually lighting up a cigarette. But like I said, the beauty of this is, you know, you can play with it, you can stick it between your teeth, really bite down on it and chew on it, and that helps. I don't know, when your cravings are really intense and you're almost like aggravated, and I, like for me, for example, I just get royally pissed off sometimes, you know, when I'm not smoking. And I have these fits every now and again. I don't take it out on anybody, at least I try not to, but sometimes my cravings are just really bad and I get really agitated and I just want to punch somebody, or I want to be punched. You know, as long as something happens that is very violent, I feel like I would be okay. All right, but nonetheless, enough with all that stuff. I'm still 5 days smoke free. This right here has been an incredible help. Another thing that's helped me a lot is my sister sent me some stuff, and one of the things that she sent me was all these new flavors of tea. Like there's some caffeine-free like relaxation tea with honey flavor in here, and premium green tea organic, and this other one I'm not quite sure what it is yet. But it's fun to experiment, especially like with new flavors and stuff, because when you quit smoking, you kind of get to a point where things taste better again. You start getting, you know, some of the flavor in your food back. And if you want to be careful about, like, if you think that you're going to be one of those people that starts gorging on food and, you know, starts putting on weight that you don't want, then you can try like teas and coffees. And, you know, of course, drinking sugar is also going to put weight on you, but it might be a little better than eating, you know, a 5-pound meal. You know, human stomach can't hold 5 pounds, but you know, you get what I'm saying. So I bought all kinds of different flavors of coffee from my Keurig machine, and I have these teas right here I can experiment with. And another thing that I've been doing is so I don't get crazy with my soda consumption, because obviously you guys should know from previous videos, if you follow the channel at all, that I'm a sucker for Coca-Cola. It's just my favorite thing in the world to drink. I have one right now actually, but you can see all the sweat coming off of this. That's not because it's hot as hell in this car. Well, I mean it is, but it's not just sweating because it's cold. I actually had this partially frozen, and that's a way I've learned to control my soda addiction. at least a little bit, is that I can make one of these Cokes last all day long if I keep on refreezing it, just enough to cause like that slush effect, because then you can just you know, pull it out of the freezer and almost have like a slushy snack. It's slushy Coca-Cola basically. You stick it in the freezer for, you know, it just depends on whether or not your freezer's running at the time or not, but you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. You pull it out and it's partially slushy, you have a real good slushy Coca-Cola drink, and when that slush starts to, you know, melt and it becomes just regular liquid again, stick it back in the freezer. So I can make a, you know, like 120 ounce Coke last me for a majority of the day, as far as, you know, satisfying my soda craving, instead of drinking like 5 or 6 sodas, you know, bringing home a 6-pack of half liters and drinking the whole damn thing. But yeah, when you're having a craving and, you know, it gets a little tough, I mean, you find something to occupy your time, your hands with. Like I said, you know, I've been doing the coffee thing and tea. We've been cooking meals at the house now, and you know, just all these things that are keeping me busy and that I'm using my hands for. And, you know, of course I'm eating and drinking, you know, all this is helping. And then of course this little harmless cigarette thing. You know, all these things are helping me control my cravings and basically replace the cigarette habit with something that's a little more, or a little better for me, I guess I should say. Guys, I'm rambling about, I don't even know. I've said so many things and I don't, this was supposed to be an organized video, but like I said, where I'm still in the process of quitting smoking and getting nicotine out of my system. I got a lot of brain fog. My mind is just kind of all over the place. So I want to try to just narrow this down a little bit for you. But, you know, really what it comes down to is, like I was saying, if you want to, you know, when you're quitting smoking, if you need something to help you pass the time or get through cravings, you can get these Quick Go sticks right here, these Quick Go inhalers, whatever they call them, oxygen inhalers. That'll help you if you're, especially if you're around other people that do smoke, so you have something to do while they smoke, and it helps get through that because you're getting the smell of the smoke, but you're not actually smoking. Instead of taking up food, of course, food is good. You know, try eating more fruits and vegetables if you are gonna eat more food, but if you can kind of avoid like the excessive food cravings, start drinking more coffee and more teas. Don't overindulge, but do like the thing that I said, like I do with my Coke. Freeze it, you know, to a point where it's slushy, so that way you can enjoy it as a slushy drink. And if you like it that way, then that in itself kind of becomes a habit. So it keeps you from just chugging a whole bottle of Coke and then chugging a whole nother bottle of Coke when you have to stop every so often and stick it back in the freezer and slush it up again. There's all these little things that you can do. You know, if none of this appeals to you, of course there's always gaming. You know, you can keep yourself busy with like your Xbox controller, your PlayStation or something. But basically anything that you're doing, you don't want to do the same things you've already done, because a lot of the same things that you've already done, like for example, if you do just decide you want to pick up like a Xbox controller and play a game, chances are, since you were already a smoker, you probably used to smoke while you were playing the game, or you used to look forward to in between matches so you could have a cigarette. You know, so that's something you're accustomed to, so you need to change the game up, or change you know, just the style of playing. You know, you find a different way of doing things that you've already done. If that's what you're comfortable doing, if you want to do the same things you've already done, you need to change it up a bit. So it kind of, you don't need to be thinking about smoking, you know, while you're doing these things. The object of these things is to take your mind off of your craving. You can exercise, you know, like I said, I have some free weights in there. And one thing that I don't usually do is I don't usually just grab up free weights and pump them and do curls throughout the day. So now I'm doing something different than what I usually do. And when I have a craving and that's the closest thing to me, I pick up and I just do some curls. You know, I do 2 sets, you know, 10 reps per set on each arm. Just kind of wear myself out for, you know, a minute or two, and by the time it's all over with, I've pretty much forgotten that I wanted a cigarette. Cravings are quick and they're easy to control. You just, you can't lose control. You know, so just occupy your mind, occupy your hands, your mouth, you know, while you're having a craving. It only lasts for a few minutes and then it's over with. And, you know, instead of looking towards when you're gonna have your next craving and freak out, Focus on the time in between cravings when you're enjoying yourself and you feel good and your lungs don't hurt and you're not coughing and your blood pressure is probably lower. You know, those are the things you need to focus on. Don't focus on what smoking used to be like, what it used to taste like. You know, focus on how much better you feel now that you're not smoking. All right, I've talked your head off for I don't know how long, and I don't even know a majority of what I said in this video. This probably could have been like a 2-minute video and it would have been done with. Like I said, please excuse me guys, there's so much confusion and brain fog, and I'm all over the place. I'll eventually settle down. Usually it takes me a couple weeks into quitting to really collect myself again, because like I said, I'm not thinking properly because I took nicotine out of my system and out of my body and away from my brain, and things that I'm used to operating with inside my system I'm not currently operating with. So nothing seems to be functioning right now, but it's all part of the recovery process, and I'm looking forward to, you know, doing my next video with you guys. Hopefully I'll be way more coherent in that one, and hopefully you guys have some good news for me too. Hopefully you've quit as well, and you know, you're doing good and you have some good stories to tell about, you know, what it's like for you quitting smoking, and hopefully we can all just kick this habit and move on with our lives to something better. All right, thanks for stopping by and checking this video out, and I'm gonna go inside because it's hot in this car. But today, if you noticed, I'm holding the camera in my hands because I have my air conditioner on, because I wasn't gonna be in a 120-degree car today and feel like I'm gonna pass out. So I have the camera in my hand this time, and my air conditioning is running, and you know what? I'm just gonna turn the video off now, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna upload it. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.